Welcome to Mika Creates. I'm Mika. Thanks for stopping by. I have a guest today, Rene.
Hi.
Okay, so Rene's been my friend for about 6 years. We have been walking a sober life together for 6 years, and so yeah, she thought we were gonna make
Lobster, my favorite. I was so excited to be on Mika Creates.
but today instead of lobster, we're having
Ribs. Whatever she makes is great though, so it works out. Lobster was yesterday, I guess, so I missed the boat.
Yes, she missed the boat. Okay, so we're having ribs. Now these are Asian style ribs. I don't know how it's gonna come out, but if it comes out good, then I'll give you the recipe. If it's a fail, then I won't. So I just kind of want to give you a really good look at these ribs.
They smell delicious.
We also have some Chinese greens with the sauce that I just spilled, and I sauteed it. There's some olive oil, garlic, ginger, sesame seeds, and soy sauce. And then we have some rice. And then I made a special little something. It's my first time making them. And it's these little Hershey's Kiss. So I want you to open it, Rene.
Okay. Yeah, I love chocolate. Oh.
What is it? Open it.
It's an onion.
So this is called a vidalia onion. I think I'm saying it right. And it's supposed to be incredibly delicious. Do you see that, you guys? So it's butter, and it has some chicken bouillon or vegetable bouillon. In my case, it's chicken bouillon.
Whoa.
And salt, pepper. It's delish.
What's that sauce on it?
It's chicken bouillon and butter.
Yummy.
So I wanted to try this first, even though the star of the show are the ribs.
Okay.
But I've never had this before.
So you just eat the little bit of the onion?
Yeah, I'm going to dip it kind of in that little hole.
That is crazy. Shut up right now. Oh my god, I can't even explain what it tastes like. It's so delicious. Wow. Wait, so chicken bouillon.
Now she wants to know.
I mean, not that I would be able to make it, but
she thought it was going to be a Hershey's Kiss. It is. You just cut the onion in half, take the core out, make a little hole in the middle. You pack it with some vegetable bouillon or chicken bouillon. And then I got 2 little slices of butter and put it on top, and then added pepper.
Oh my god, that is delicious.
Wrapped it up.
Wow.
It really is. Seriously, I swear, I'm not even playing. I know we say that, but
I mean, who would eat an onion like this? But now I will.
I cook good. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, for reals.
No,
I think it's a blessing that you can cook good. But I'm telling you guys, that's one thing that I know that I feel confident in most of the time. And I'm not afraid to fail. I wasn't sure if that was going to be a fail or not.
It's not a fail.
But I think a lot of times cooking, it's like you just can't be afraid. This is seriously delicious.
It's so good. I would never eat a whole onion. Who does that?
But this wasn't my creation, so let me pull back for a second. I'm like, I cook good. I got this recipe off Google.
Are you supposed to eat it with other things?
It's just a little side dish.
So I mean, you can cut this up and put it in like a bowl or something, right?
But it kind of tastes like it's a mini version of French onion soup.
That's it, but it's a little more, it's delicious. Whatever it is, you gotta make that and try it. It's a trip.
So, I would just cut the onion in half. Don't worry, I know.
That one's mine. You know why? Because it's dark on the top part. I like my meat dark.
See that?
See that? I said, I claimed that one.
I just want to try it. She's ready to kill me, you see?
Well, because I thought I was coming over for lobster, just saying. But this looks delicious.
So I want
I'm
some of these
excited.
greens. I know you guys can't see greens.
Mika creates, and she created something amazing there. I'll tell you what.
Yay!
Mmm.
You guys aren't gonna believe this. Look at it.
It just comes off the bone, literally. Like I could just take that fork right there and go brand and take a piece of that kind. They look a little different.
So I made half of these. You're not gonna believe this either. In the Insta pot, and the other half in the oven because I wanted to see the difference. So this one was in the oven. Oh.
So I just want to talk about mukbang real quick because I never heard of mukbang before. Until she said, you gotta see this. People are watching people eat on YouTube. It's a trip. It's called mukbang. I'm like, what do you mean?
But let me interrupt for a second.
Yeah.
I used to love watching my mom eat. So I love watching people eat. When I go to restaurants, I always watch to see like what people are ordering, and I'm listening, and I look at the plates as they come by, or I'll ask people like, "I'm sorry, excuse me, what are you eating?"
Sorry, I just had a bite of ginger. You're gonna see that I took it out of my mouth.
No,
But it was strong, but it's still delicious. I love ginger.
it's alright. It's good.
That
It's so
was a
healthy
big
for you too.
spicy. I love ginger. Yeah.
And
I'm
so,
gonna eat it, just not a big chunk of it at once.
really quickly, I used to love to watch people eat. But then YouTube started having mukbangs, so I could go crazy and watch them. I shared them with her.
I spent my whole life not wanting anybody to watch me eat.
That's the truth.
It is the truth, but this is delicious, Mika.
I'm glad you like it.
It's Asian style ribs. Really, what's on it again? There's some Korean sauce I saw.
So, I marinated them in the shabu shabu sesame sauce, and I put them overnight. So, last night around 11 at night, or 10 o'clock at night, I marinated them. I put the sauce, massaged it in, instead of using mustard, because I wanted like a little Asian something, and that's what I have in my refrigerator. I don't have mustard in my refrigerator. So, I use that as a replacement. And then, this morning, I made my own rub. Garlic powder, onion, salt, paprika, comino, cumin. It's my favorite. Cumin is my favorite spice. And black pepper. What did I say? Cumin, garlic, lemon pepper. Cumin, garlic, lemon pepper, onion sauce, and paprika, and cumin. And I made a whole bunch because this is 2 racks of ribs.
It's so good. It is so good. I wish you could have smelled it. I walked in with the smell, and I couldn't be mad that it wasn't lobster. That's how good it smelled when I walked in.
So I did that. And then I put the rub on, let it sit for 2 hours. I put half of them in the Insta pot, and the other half in the oven.
Did you taste both?
The ones in the oven are just the rub. The ones in the Insta pot, so when I took them out after 45 minutes out of the Insta pot, I put this Korean barbecue sauce. That barbecue sauce is for bulgogi or bulgogi. It's a Korean dish.
It's so good.
And so I put it on.
You drink it with a spoon.
And then I put it in the oven for 10 minutes. And then I topped it off with just a little drizzle of sweet Thai chili sauce. And that's what we have here.
So what are we going to talk about today?
Why don't we talk about our hopes, dreams, and things that we've done in the past.
Good.
Our successes and our fails.
Okay.
That's a lot of topics. But you know what I'm saying.
Well, when I think about all that stuff, I think about all the time I spent. We're sober. So I wasted a lot of time doing a lot of things can I say half-assed?
No.
Okay. Halfway and never completing things. You know, things get started and never finished. And
Such as, give an example.
well, like,
Go.
so I think about when I wanted to be wait, what part am I saying again? Sorry, stop it.
You want to be a fashion designer.
I did want to be a fashion designer, and I remember
Finished.
oh yeah, starting things and stopping, and you know, starting projects, never stopping. I wanted to be a fashion designer. I sewed things. I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to do all these little things. But one thing when I was I was in my head, I was a fashion designer. But I made the first, and I'm not kidding, cold shoulder shirt like 20 years ago or longer. I had a jean button-up shirt. I cut out the shoulders because there was never really any cute fat girls clothes back in the day, you know, so I cut out the shoulders. I had to accent my best features, which at that time were my shoulders, and I wanted to show them off. And so I literally made the first. I was telling Mika how I always missed the boat on everything. I was a hairstylist for a long time, and we didn't have Instagram or fashion or Facebook and all that. YouTube, yeah. So I mean, I would have been the queen of all that, and all the things that we start and stop. How about you?
There's a lot of things that I didn't finish. That's the truth.
Like what?
I'm gonna finish this though. Like high school.
Me too. That's weird, right?
High school.
Yeah.
So I didn't graduate with my class.
Yeah.
I was busy partying.
Me too.
My government teacher gave me an F for government, and that was the only class that I needed to pass in order to graduate. And he didn't pass me, and in my head, it was his fault. But the truth is, I never showed up to class. I'd do my homework, and I'd send it with one of the students, but I just thought I didn't have to show up. And since I did all my homework, I was fine. Just delusional thinking. So I ended up graduating from high school the summer of.
Me too. That is so crazy. That is the same exact story. I was busy drinking though at my girlfriend's house. That's what I was doing my senior year. And I was like a little child genius. I was in MGM back then, which now it's GATE. I could say the alphabet backwards at 5 years old. All these great plans, right, for this kid who seemed to be like a little genius, you know. And
Drugs and alcohol got in the way.
drugs and alcohol smashed it all. That's the truth. However, now, and I heard someone say this in a meeting one day, as soon as I stopped drinking, my life got significantly better. And that's just the truth. That's what's happened. That's what's happened for a lot of women that I know. Everyone that I know that's sober. It's like a miracle, but it's not. Hi, put down the thing that's destroying you and stopping you from growing. We're all like, I was like a 12 little girl when I got sober, you know? Not in real life, but I mean emotionally and mentally, because you don't grow because you're suspending yourself and your feelings, right? With alcohol and drugs.
So even though she was a woman, like emotionally,
37,
she felt like she was a 12-year-old kid because You don't mature. You kind of stick in the same bar for all those years.
It's hard for people to understand or hard to explain, but it's so interesting because once you get to know and you hang out with sober people who are working a program, who are living their life to serve other people, who are living their life to become better humans, the story is the same. The details might be slightly different, but the story is all the same. The feelings, the way we, just the fact that you and I didn't graduate high school, two very smart and intelligent women,
Right.
didn't graduate until the summer afterwards because of what we were doing. That's crazy. All the failures, all the things that I started and stopped, but once I got sober, God started to bless me.
Yeah.
And
Well, I believe that He was blessing you the whole time.
but I was awake. That's what I mean.
Now
I was
you're
awake to see the miracles, awake to see the blessings, and
Because God was working in my life way
100%.
before I ever got sober. That's just the truth for me.
the fact that we're still alive.
Yeah. And I look back in my history and I see where God was like, red flag, don't do that. And then there I went, running on my own will to do what I wanted to do. But another thing that I did, so I was a singer.
Yeah, and still is.
And I
Amazing
traveled
singer.
all, and I don't sing anymore, but
She has a beautiful voice.
I used to sing, and I started my own record label, and we went on tour, and my best friend, she was there, and my dad was there, and we had a lot of incredible experiences. I had dancers, and it was just an incredible period of my life, but I stopped drinking for about a year, and I picked up that bottle again, and I destroyed. My dad passed away, so I just kind of shut that chapter of my life. I just didn't want to do it anymore. My dad was a huge motivator in my life to sing and to go, and he had cancer. And so my dad, was my biggest fan. And he'd show up to every show, and he didn't show up to the last 4 shows. And it wasn't because he didn't want to go. It was because he was in the hospital fighting this thing called cancer. And he didn't make it. And I just didn't have the will to sing anymore and perform. I did 1 show after that, 1 or 2 shows, and I just couldn't make it through. There was a song that I wrote, and my dad loved it. And every time I sang that song, I just couldn't get through it, and I would just have an emotional breakdown. It was just, and I just felt done. Like he wasn't there, and I didn't want to do it anymore, So, again, 1 more excuse not to finish what I started. And that's the truth.
So we're going to finish this food and this mukbang. And now there's a YouTube channel called Mika Creates, and I got to be a guest on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. This seems like a new little thing. I think about YouTube channels, YouTube people, and the stories that are out there to be told, the people that are out there to be met. And this lady, from beginning to end, if you really knew her story, if you really knew where she's come from, who she helps, I'm one of them. And all the women that she helps, all the God that she serves.
But we help each other. So that's what she means.
That is what I mean. Thank God we have a tribe. I don't know, but
Tribe called Quest. Just kidding. Just kidding.
but I just feel totally, completely blessed and graced. And
So, what are things that? So that was our past fails, like things that we wanted to do or did but didn't finish. So now,
well, I was in a specific industry for years, and I couldn't see a way out of it. I couldn't see a way out of it. I was stuck. I was doing collections for years, and when I met Mika 6 years ago, I was specifically working for a specific company. But anyway, I couldn't see my way out of it, and as of March of this year, I've have a whole new career, and it's been amazing. I'm in sales, and it's been pretty good. The only thing that it's taken me away from my tribe a little bit. So finding balance is a big deal, right?
In everything.
We talk about
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So looking to find some balance, and but also excelling in this job. You know, alcoholics,
Smart people.
very smart, and also the best workers you could ever hire if they're sober. You know, because and a lot of the reasons because we can turn alcoholism into workaholism, but we work hard, we play hard, we're all in. You know, all in all the time. So.
For me, you know, so after I graduated high school, in the summer, after I was supposed to graduate, so I was supposed to graduate in June, I graduated in July, a month later, go figure. And after high school, I went to college. I, you know, was there for a minute and then stopped. And then years later, I went to college again and then stopped. And then years later, I went to, I think, honest to God, I'm not even playing, I think I went to 7 different colleges in Southern California. So you guys, a lot of you might know me from school. But I got sober in 2008. And in 2011, I received my associate's degree in business. What? That is a miracle.
That's huge.
That was the first time, for real, that I had done something for myself that I actually finished and accomplished. Now you might think, big deal. It's not a big deal. People do that all the time. Not for this alcoholic.
Right.
I'm only talking about me. And if you've been able to do that on your own, that's wonderful. I'm so happy for you. That's beautiful. But it was difficult for me. And I'm so thankful for the program that we are in.
We drink the Kool-Aid that they're slinging.
Because we've been, I didn't start a program yet, did I?
No, you didn't.
Because we're able to do things that we never thought possible. And I never, ever thought I would finish school. Let alone get a degree.
Well, I never thought I'd walk around in a bikini either. And
Yes,
I did
tell
that.
me.
Okay, so we went on a cruise
Yes, we did.
to Belize.
This was not this past cruise.
No, the one before that. So we went to Belize and we went snorkeling. And I mean, this is what we're talking about. What we're doing right now is freedom. That's what it gives us. And I learned a lot of it from her. I have her thing because she pushed me just to be free. And on that cruise was like such a, I don't think we're like properly relaying it, but to be able just to be comfortable in your own skin, no matter what it looks like, no matter what's going on with you, just to be free because life is meant to be led. I spent too many years half doing things, not finishing things, but most of all, stopping myself from living, being a prisoner in my own body. I remember one time I went to a NASCAR race with the love of my life, and I was wearing a really cute shirt and then a big jacket, and I wasn't willing to take the jacket off. It was 100 degrees outside. I mean, stupid stuff. So in the past 6 years together, we've been able to go on cruises, go snorkeling, get up on stage and sing, good, bad, or ugly. Hers was wonderful and beautiful, and it's a gift. But things that I, didn't think I could do sober, things that I definitely didn't do when I was drunk and other things, So, I don't know.
It's the same thing that she's talking about with this YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I started it. My sister and some of my friends would always ask me for recipes, which is kind of funny, ironically, because I was just talking to Rene about this, and I thought, I don't even have my mom's pork recipe on there. That's what everybody really wants. Anyway, so I thought, man, I send it every year. I send it in email, I send it in text, and they never keep it. So, yes, Glenda, this is for you. I never keep it. And so, they never keep it. So one day I was watching YouTube and I was talking to my sister, and then the thought just crossed my mind, like, why did I make a YouTube video and she can watch it? No, it was just thought. And I thought, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And then I'd watch YouTube, and I used to volunteer at a senior center. And I'd go and I'd read and find like, they'd all eat together, but there was a lot of people in this world that were seniors specifically that would eat alone. Now I know that there's young people eating alone and they're single, or people that just don't want to be alone. But for me, it was specifically seniors. And I thought, if I start a YouTube channel, they won't ever have to eat alone, like ever. Like they can always eat with me. They can watch my videos over and over and over again, or they can watch my new videos or whatever. And so that really motivated me to actually start it. So the thought was for recipes. The motivation came from, and I think it's God inspired, because
For sure it is.
And that's what motivated me to do it. And now I've fallen in love with it. And I love connecting with you guys. I mean, I don't know, it's just something very special. And then I get to have my friends on here, my sisters, my soul sisters. Like, it's crazy.
Well, and not only that, you get to bless us with your delicious food, because when I say she can cook, she can cook. And interesting Asian, everything's like an Asian flair to it, which is so interesting. Korean.
Mm-hmm. Korean
flair,
Japanese.
yeah.
So, what I do, I love to cook a whole bunch of different kinds of food. I love making pasta, like homemade fettuccine. I do love making homemade fettuccine. If you haven't tried it, you should try it. And I'm only saying that, you guys, because it's completely different from the fettuccine that you have at a restaurant or at home. There's no comparison. It's worth the work. My husband and my kids and I, we have this huge table in the living room. And that's where we flour. We'd have strings running across the living room to hang the pasta so it'll drop. Mm-hmm. For me, that's living. Right here, right now, in this moment, it's living. You know? Like the things that we get to do. Who knew when we got sober that God was going to put us together?
That's a whole other story.
Yeah, that's a whole other video.
Yeah.
And not only that, but to be able, like, who knew that we're going to be sitting here on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
I would have never believed it.
Me neither. I feel like you're a star.
I feel like I'm just a girl.
You can cook.
I think that
And
there's
you
a
can
lot of
sing.
stars, but I just think I'm a girl. And hopefully people like to watch me eat and like the conversations I have.
Well, I think that's a yes.
And if that's boring to you, that's alright. But you have other channels that have different content, you know?
I like the idea of people not eating alone. That's so sweet. So if you're sitting here watching this eating alone, oh,
You're not eating
Not.
alone anymore. You're eating with Rene and Mika. I call her Cray Cray.
yeah, she does.
Cray Cray and Mika. We're in your house right now. You're getting full, huh? I can tell. I'm just going to eat this last little one.
Okay. It was delicious. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That onion is the bomb, though. Try it.
It's thebombdaily.com. I wanted to finish the rest of this onion.
Yeah, it's so good.
Mm.
That's the stuff that's inside of it. Mmm.
Oops.
That onion was amazing.
I know. I would do that again.
Mm.
And it's really simple, you guys. You have to bake it in the oven for 45 minutes at 350 degrees.
Mm.
Just put foil.
And it looks like a Hershey Kiss.
Alright, looks like a Hershey Kiss. I got her. Anyway, this is the end of our video. Thank you, Renee, for being here.
Thank you for
I love
having
you.
me. I love you too.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. You have to log in order to subscribe. So make sure you log into YouTube, subscribe,
Mega
and share
creates.
it. Share it with everybody. I love you, familia. Until next time. Bye.
Bye. I love you.
I love you too.